Yo, what up? It's Alan Paris, formerly known as Joffrey. You listening to Silo Talk Podcast. I look chubby because all these clothes, all right? Treat you like the morning. Cherish every breath I could. Yeah. When the sun heats up your body, I know you wish I would. Yeah. Start by enjoying your life, enjoying the time. Mix it with wine, open your eyes. Don't stay paralyzed. There's a reason for the mornings, and that reason starts with you. And the reasons why we stay. Parties like a fire over water, dancing in the stars. All over my bed, all over my bed. Parties like a fire over water, dancing in the stars. Wine all on me, positive vibes only. Light is what you crave. Come ride the alpha wave. I've been patient all night waiting. Sun will kiss the sky here in paradise. Wanna treat you like the morning. Cherish every breath I could. Alright. When the sun heats up your body, I know you wish I would. Yeah. Start by enjoying your life, enjoying the time. Mix it with wine, open your eyes. Don't stay paralyzed. There's a reason for the mornings, and that reason starts with you. And the reasons why we stay. Parties like a fire over water, dancing in the stars. All over my bed, all over my bed. Parties like a fire over water, dancing in the stars. Wine all on me, positive vibes only. Light is what you crave. Come ride the alpha wave. I've been patient all night waiting. Sun will kiss the sky here in paradise. Wanna treat you like the morning. Yeah. Silo Talk, baby. Alan Paris. Yeah.
Yo, I've done a lot of edibles. I done shroomed out to the point where I got scared. But then I also had something like this where it was very enlightening, you know. All I gotta say is, man, get yourself a Maca Bar, man. Baby dose that shit, you know. You're gonna be just right, trust me. You got anxiety, you got depression, you got this will open your mind, this will take that pressure away, I promise you, man. Maca Bars, bro. Silo Talk. Church.
Treat you like the morning. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Cherish every breath I could.
I need to learn the lyrics, brother.
The Silo Talk. When the sun heats up your
What is up,
body,
everybody? This is Annibal, the Animal Rodriguez, and you are watching Silo Talk. Today we got an amazing artist, the artist formerly known as Joffrey. We have Alan Paris in the house. What is up, brother? What is up?
Hey man, I'm just happy to be here, man. What a blessing, right?
It's a pleasure to have you, brother. And what a performance you put on.
Did I do good?
You did amazing, man.
Oh, man.
You did amazing. You look great, by the way, too.
extra couple pounds. Hey, listen, this fluffy season, baby. Come on.
It's all good. We're coming out of the winter. We're still in the winter time,
we're still
so
in the winter, man. You know,
it's a little chilly out
weather,
there,
baby.
You can use it. You could use it, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know, I didn't know much about you up until 2 years ago. I was recording at an event for High Tone, and then you came on. I was like, who's this interesting looking character? Because I saw the dreadlocks. You had a really cool look. And then I heard you sing, and I was like, holy hell, this guy's an amazing singer, man. So from the first moment I heard you, I knew that you had some raw talent. And in the last hour that you've been here, you know, I've been getting to know you a little bit more. And you have a crazy story, man. You have a crazy story, crazy journey.
Man. I do.
So let's get into it, brother. Typically what I like to do is find out where do people get their names from? So first off, you're formerly known as Joffrey, and then now you're going by Alan Paris. Tell us the story.
Yeah, that's a story and a half, man. So yeah, I started off Joffrey. When I decided to name myself Joffrey, it was like a play on my actual birth name, Jeffrey. And like the job was just, I was so like, at that time, I think I was like, 16 years old, bro, maybe like, maybe even younger. And, and I was already on that, like that mental wavelength. Like, you know, I was reading a bunch of, you know, psychology books and just like, you know, books of just enlightenment, you know what I mean? And like getting really into like the Rastafarian culture, you know what I'm saying?
Is that why you got the dreadlocks, brother?
So yeah, that helped. Well, the dreadlocks happened because Imani from the Far Side lived in West Covina, and that, like, you know, the Far Side is like one of my favorite rap groups. Yeah. And to have him be a part of the same city as me is like me and my boy Black. He was Karma back then. Yeah. But we decided, you know, like, hey, let's lock up. You know what I mean? We were always going to like underground shows and doing like, you know. I
love the Far Side, by the way. I used to be a little B-boy back in the day. We were doing breakdancing, going to like those battles, man, where it was like, first it was like a DJ battle, and then it was there was a breakdancing battle, and then it was a hip hop battle with like fucking rappers going off.
Nah, that was the shit, man. That was the shit. You had a little spoken word that was mixed in there. You know what I mean? You had the dance battles, you had the little circle, you had the like drum circles, man. It was the thing, man, back then. I missed those days actually. And so I decided to lock up because I was just so in tune, man. I remember those days. I was so in tune. I didn't want curls anymore. I didn't want to braid my hair no more. I just wanted to lock up and like be one with myself, you know, because they say like, you know, one lock is stronger than one strand of hair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they can't take that away from you. You know what I'm saying? And like the word dread, I don't call them dreads. You know what I'm saying? I call them locks. Like, you know, the word dread came from Queen Elizabeth back in them days, man. Like, you know, the slaves, and she saw that our hair could naturally kink up like that and just lock up without touching it. And she got presented, you know, to these black folks with like, or these melanated people, I should say, with this hair like that. And her first word was like, how dreadful, you know, and like.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. It's a crazy little history on it. And so that word dread stuck like that. You know, but it's kind of a negative term just for me, from my life.
In the Bible, they speak about the locks that Samson had, and he was the strongest man in the world, right? Yeah. So they said his strength came from his hair, from his locks.
100%. It's true. I haven't cut mine in like 23 years.
Dang.
I gotta hit him down there. You know what I mean? I got one was hanging somewhere, but you know, whatever. You know, but yeah, nah, man. I decided to do that, and I made a bet. Me and the homie made a bet. It's like, yo, first one to cut their locks, like $100, and that was like a lot of money to us back then. Shit, it's a lot of money nowadays too.
For real,
with the way inflation, man, goddamn. You know,
with the economy.
But yeah, man. You know, and we both still have them to this day. Like,
that's crazy. So none of you guys have lost the bet yet. So it's gonna be to the death, brother.
23 years, man. Yeah,
23 years strong.
Prior to
so you're so how old are you at this time, by the way?
At that time, when I started my locks, I was ending my junior year, so I was about 17 years old.
And
16.
During this time, you're going through this journey. You're diving into psychology and all these other different stuff. And that is when you decide to name yourself Joffrey.
Joffrey.
So it's spelled J-A-H.
Like Jah. Yeah. You know, like Jehovah, Jah, God. Yeah. And then I put free because the Joffrey and free. It sounds like God free, but I took it as, you know, sometimes like in Spanish things don't make a little more sense. You read it a little backwards sometimes. Yeah. So my thing was like, no, I'm free. I'm free as a person. I'm free with God. You know what I'm saying? That's Joffrey. You're gonna anything you get from me is just Joffrey. So I ran with that for a lot of years. Yeah. You know, and I branded myself pretty much and done a lot of works and got my name out there through.
You're a very successful artist, brother. I mean, you've been signed with Warner Brothers.
They don't show though. You know?
Yeah, you know, I was doing my research because I told you I didn't know much about you, but once I heard your voice, I knew that you had raw talent, so I had to dig deeper. And I was like, oh shoot, this guy's an established artist and a great singer. And at that time, it was like 2 years ago. I saw you doing a lot of collaborations and a lot of hooks. You know, but
yeah, that's my thing, man.
Yeah, and you're great at it, you know. So tell us a little bit about the journey and the transition, you know, from being a kid. When did you decide that this is what you wanted to do? Were you born with those vocals? Did you have to train? Did you have to take classes?
Is when I was like 10 years old, and I remember being at my auntie's house, and me and my brother would sing like some Belle Biv DeVoe, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
And we was like, you know, and back then it was like The Boys, and this is a little, I don't know, whoever's watching, man, if y'all like know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And we would sing, we would just mess around and sing, and we wanted to be like that. And I remember her telling me specifically, like, Jeffrey, you can't sing, you know, and your brother, he could sing. And ironically, like, it ends up I'm the singer, he's tone deaf. You know what I mean? It's strange. But my mother, funny. Man, my mother and my auntie, they're singers. My mom, you know, used to sing with Chocolate from Graham Central Station back in the day. Wow. She sang all through college, all through high school. She sang you know, I don't know if it was a Super Bowl, but it was an NFL game. She sang national anthem. Like, she was in a singing group. That I think it comes from that, you know what I mean? And for me though, it was more or less like, as a kid growing up, idolizing these other kids in the game, and I'm singing along with them. I'm feeling like I sound similar.
Yeah,
I mean, I have like I like the style, I like that lifestyle, I liked it. It was just alluring to me, so I felt like, let me try this myself. Let me stop idolizing the others and let me be the guy, you know.
Yeah.
And so I started off like, you know, just singing in choirs, man, and doing show choirs, and then like select singers, and then being in like one of the most elite like show choirs in high school, being like recruited. And then that helped me with my stage presence.
So do you have like a traditional vocal coach background or?
Nah, it was just choir. I haven't had not one vocal coach. It was just the choir teacher. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It was all, it's pretty all natural, man. It's like ear type stuff. And so I just started singing, man. I just started singing, and the more and more I was singing, even though I didn't have the full confidence, it was others always telling me like, yo, you got a pretty good voice. You got you know, like even as a young kid.
So
like,
give you a little boost of confidence from others.
All right, cool. Like maybe I might do this. Let me try it. And I just like, even on and on and on, man, I just gathered like, you know, that confidence and being like, yo, I could do this too. Yeah. So after like middle school, high school, I started creating like my own shit, like finding people that would record, you know, me and try to like make songs.
So you were doing original songs at that point?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I never did a cover, you know. I only did a cover recently, you know, really. You know, as the mic keep going in and out, brother.
Let's see.
I'm honest.
There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, so I pretty much was like, let me just try this, man. And it kind of worked out. Like I said earlier when we was talking, getting to know each other, like I felt a little favored, man. I felt like I made a decision to what I wanted to do in my life.
Yeah.
And although I had others kind of like frowning upon it, like, yo, really, you gonna do that? You know, but I had the confidence. I just, you know, and especially when you're young, man, like, you know, you want to do it.
Yeah.
Know? So, as I got more and more into that, and I found people willing to record me, I got myself into a lot of cool little situations, man, and ended up getting signed with a man named Bear.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, rest in peace, Michael Talaferro, man. He was the guy that played Goldmouth in the movie Life. With Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy.
Amazing movie, by the way. Hilarious.
You gonna eat your cornbread.
He's a big dude. How tall was that guy?
Yeah, he's easy like 6'6".
Yeah, he was a giant.
He's big.
Yeah.
And he's like big.
So I had no idea that he had, so he was in music as well?
Yeah, I mean, he just loved music, I guess. And he was a friend of Flex Anderson on the show that I was on back in the day, UPN show called One on One.
Damn, bro, you do it all, huh? Acting,
I was trying.
singing.
I was just the guy, like I knew that like if I'm gonna do this, I gotta involve myself everywhere. You know?
Yeah.
That was like the backpacking days, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't even really like, I don't know if they do that anymore. Now it's like what is it, a man purse or something like that? I'm
I got
sorry,
my
guys.
fanny pack now, bro.
But fanny pack, I respect a fanny pack more than like, you know, the little
Than a merce? It's a man purse. It's a merce.
It's kind of a man, body bag or something. I don't know, man. Whatever, man. To each his own, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, just to give you context of what it was back then.
Yeah, for people that don't know, even though you look young as hell, I was like, "How old are you, bro?"
That black don't crack, baby.
That's it, man. So you're seasoned, bro. You're experienced. You've been through some shit.
No, like it's a thing, man.
You know the industry. You know the music world. You've been signed by major labels and you've worked with and collaborated with major artists, so you know the ins and outs of that kind of game. But there's two different worlds in everything that you do. There is the creative world, and then there's the business world, and sometimes they don't really clash that well. You know, it tends to seem like the people with money take advantage of the people with the creativity.
I had to deal with that, like, oh man, you know, if I could turn back time, you know. But I mean, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. I'm grateful for the opportunities that I was able to get at such a young age and experience what I experienced, because, you know, it's a learning lesson. But you're right. It's
what would you do different?
It's different. It's different now. You know, I would have totally been more like all my shit, like business. I would have been more involved in the business side of it, even though I thought I was. I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I let others kind of dictate my career and like speak for me. And even though I was thinking things in my head, but I'd be like, oh, I can't speak up this. You know, you get to such a high level, like you get signed to Warner Brothers. You're like, damn, I made it, man. Yeah. You know, so any type of meeting, you know, you get into, you're like nervous almost. You know what I'm saying? You're like, do I say this? I don't want to piss these people off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't. So they would give you an offer, you just take it. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I mean, it was like whatever they said. Yeah, you know, I'll do it. All right, I just like, almost like fucking yes, master shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just to be able to like stay there and like get the career going. You know, it's interesting you say that, because I interview successful people from all walks of life, all different industries, and what they all have, everybody has, is a gift. You have a gift, right? So for you, your gift was your vocals and your look, because to be honest, you have a unique look. Thanks, man. You know, appreciate that. And you also have a unique voice and a unique style. That is why people always told you, like, hey, you could sing, you have a voice. Like these reaffirming things that you kept on hearing was because it was the truth. But the problem is that a lot of people, they don't value the gift that they have, and they sell it cheap, you know? Right. And it's also important, the person that is receiving that gift that you give them, which is you, your voice, they put the value on it, you know? So if you come to someone and you know, hey, I'm a fucking amazing singer, or I'm an amazing musician, or I'm an amazing actor, and you audition and they say, nah, you're not that good. That's because they don't value you, right? Right. And you have the ability to be like, well, you know, I'll pay you $20 to do this shit, because, you know, whatever. Yeah, man. And you could be like, I'm starving, I'll take it. But if you know how good you are and you value yourself, you won't sell yourself cheap. And it is easy as a young adult, you know, in a new world with people with money and fame and all kinds of shit, to be easily persuaded to do things that are probably not in your favor, you know? So I get it. A lot of that. A lot of that. You hit it right on the head, man. Like that exactly what happens when you're that young and you get opportunities like that. You kind of feel like you can't walk into the room and be like, I'm the fucking shit, because then you might rub some feathers the wrong way or something like that. So you try to be like humble as possible, and you know, and like easy to work with, you know, and like you don't want to be a headache. Like they're dealing with this other person over there, and like you're hearing stories about how XYZ is doing this, and you're like, all right, I'm not like that. Can y'all give me that shot? Yeah, you know. So like, but at the end of the day, no, you have to be like you're the shit. You have to be like that, and you have to be willing to risk whatever is in front of you to maintain that integrity and to get what you want, because or else years are gonna just fly by like it did to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I can't believe that I'm at the point where I'm at right now, have done all the shit that I've done, been where I've been, like, man, and still like right here, like doing, I'm trying to remember the name of that actress that just came on. It's crazy. That she said the exact same thing. And even Cat Williams was talking about it on the podcast he did, where I can't remember her name. She was probably the most popular black female actress, saying that, man, you work so much. And she's like, I have to. Yeah, you talking about what's her name? Hustle and Flow. That's right. Yeah. You're fucking making me have a brain fart right now, man. Damn. You know who I'm talking about, though. Yeah. So you reminded me of that when you said that. I'm like, I've done all this shit, but I'm out where I'm at. So are you saying that
the music industry, let me rephrase that. How have you seen the music industry evolve over time, and where should new artists focus on to be quote unquote successful within the music industry?
Yeah, that's a great question. For me, it's basically, I got in the game. I got signed as a major artist because I had a whole bunch of songs already. I had a song on the radio. I had the connections, you know. Shout out to Tech from Sway and Tech. Tech put me in there. He had a relationship with Naeem Ali, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
They heard my shit. Everybody was vouching for me. I got in. And it was like, seemed pretty easy.
Yeah.
But nowadays, after experiencing that and trying to like get back to that level, you know, it's not like that. You have to, the internet really changed the game, man. And I think everybody knows this. You gotta kind of whore yourself now.
Yeah, I think
You know what I mean?
I think it's more than the internet. I think it's a combination of the
It's
internet and
strange.
social media.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
because you have to market yourself.
Yeah.
Before it was
sucks,
like,
man. Yeah, you have to do so much fucking work. You have to do a lot of work.
you know what? It's kind of interesting because you can look at it two different ways. Because I was interviewing High Tone, and what he was saying is back in the day, you had to hustle like out of your car, selling CDs, passing this out, handing out shirts. Like he was grinding to get his name out there, to where now you do a video on Instagram, but like you say, you have to whore yourself, and then millions of people see it.
It depends,
you know?
though, man. It's all subjective, though, man. You know, music is always going to be subjective.
Yeah.
You know, it's never going to be like you do something and you think it's hot as fuck. The next guy said you could think it's whack.
Yeah.
And that's just the way the game goes. So the hustle out the trunk era was better, I think, because you got to actually touch the people. You got to be with the people. And
Yeah.
like, and it was like hand over fist, like typed right away. You know what I'm saying? The internet is like, you don't know who's real or who's not, because you get people pay.
You're fighting with a troll today, bro.
Yeah. People pay for fucking likes. People pay for comments.
Yeah, it's
people
bullshit.
pay for, you know, like the views. Like you don't really know, really. Like,
Yeah.
And then like, so how is a person at a label supposed to look at you and be like, I wish it was like back in the day where they like just wanted the talent, but they don't anymore, man. They want all the views. They want you to be hot in your city. They want you to like do all the work already for them, so they just come and piggyback off of your work already, which whatever, you know, is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's difficult, man. Like my generation, man, we had to go through so much. We had to go through all the changes, bro. I'm a real 80s baby, bro.
Yeah.
Like we had to go through all the changes, and we kept adapting. There was no sustainability for us, man, as like 80s babies, bro. We went from like black and white TVs to color TVs to like, you know what I'm saying, to like all the video console games to like to no internet to internet to like to the Napsters to the like, oh shit, what is this MySpace thing to like to Twitter to every fucking thing. It didn't stop for us, bro.
Yeah.
We had to just keep fucking evolving, and shit was crazy. You know, so like if you got in and somebody took care of you and you was able to really build a career around those times, then like, man, God bless you, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, you're getting left behind, man.
Yeah.
And like, I'm grateful that the streets still like rock with me like they do.
Yeah, you get a
keeps
lot
me
of
right,
respect
you know?
out there. I was telling you, like, I just saw that little clip where YBE was talking about you, and other people always talk about you, and I always hear your name. You know, I always hear your name everywhere I go.
I'm grateful, man. I'm really grateful. And you know, YBE, man, like that's my guy. Like he's so 100, bro. Ever since like we met and started working, like his like, and I commented on like that post that he did. I was like, yo, this dude is like, his business is always 100.
Yeah.
You know, it's never like, hey, Ja, yo, I need you on this record. And then like that's ending. It always starts with like, Ja, I got this record, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop. And you know, I'm going to take care of you. Like same shit. I was always like, it's always like, there's always the business involved in the conversation, you know?
Yeah.
And at this point, like, he's my guy. I'll do it off the love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he don't want to. He's like, nah, bro, I always take care of my people.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that. I love that, man. Like he's gonna go. He's gonna go because his consistency is there, you know, and he has the respect, you know, for others. You know what I'm saying? So salute to YBE, man. Like
Huge shout
Do
out.
your thing. Yeah, straight up.
But we can have him on the show next time.
Yeah, man.
See what he's working on. So, what kind of advice would you give for a upcoming artist, a new artist in this new world that we're living in now? What do you think is some strategies that you would give them, or what would you do different if you were starting over right now?
Yeah, like, see, that's the thing I was gonna say. Like, I can't really give the advice because I should be taking my own advice if I'm giving advice.
Yeah,
right? Like,
that's true.
I'm still stuck. Like, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. But I have different I don't want to say like I just have a different like things on my plate that are like intervening with like my hustle these days.
Yeah.
It's not the same as I was when I was younger. You know, I got
You have
kids,
a family
bro.
now.
Like, yeah, I got bills, a gang of fucking bills, man. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm on 4 incomes right now, like just to fucking get by. It's just crazy, man. Fuck Biden.
Bro, we live in this new age where the dad has 3 jobs, the mom
Yeah,
has
bro.
3, the baby's
Yeah, man,
working,
it's stupid, man.
the cat's working, everybody just to
It's
break
stupid,
even, bro.
So if you like are able to still, you know, live with your parents, you still like ain't gotta pay all the bills like that, and you want to pursue this shit, I say go full force with it. Get the numbers up. I guess what they want. That's what they want from you, man. They want to see that you're able to at least be popping in your city. I think that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? They want some sort of fan base to come with it already. You know what I mean? And consistency. They want to see that consistency. That's where I lack. I like I'll throw a few records out, you know what I'm saying, and let them marinate, and then like I won't throw any records out because I don't really have the accessibility like a lot of these other young cats have. Like, you know what I'm saying? My producer, and I love him to death. Like, you know, Fingers, man, he's a legend. You know what I mean? But like, he's a legend. Like, you know, he's got so much on his plate as well. The man does like movies, bro, HBO, Netflix, Disney. Like, we do K-pop together. You know what I mean? We write a bunch of K-pop songs, which is I'm grateful to be a part of that, to still be creative and like be able to make money through that. Like, that's a blessing, you know. If anything, if I never do a record again, like at least I get to, if I could songwrite, I'm good. You know what I mean? But I still do love to make my own records. I still do feel like I have a ton of records that nobody has heard that I feel like are hits, just like worldwide hits. If I could just get somebody to just be like, yo, press play on that motherfucker, I guarantee like it's a winner. But like, how do you get there anymore? Like I feel like I'm knocking on old doors.
You've been to that door. You've knocked on it before. You've drank from that cup of water before. So you're saying, do I go back to that same well that's already dry, or should I find a new well? 100%. And I was telling you, I feel like you're in that fork on the road. You know, you go on this journey of life, and sometimes there's different ways to go. And it's very interesting because a lot of creative people go through these little roadblocks. You know, a writer goes through writer's block. Artists go through these like parts where they're like, what should I be doing? And then on top of that, you have to incorporate, you're a husband, a father, like you got a whole life going on. You're working, you're doing all kinds of shit. So it does become stressful, and it does become a little, what's the word I'm looking for? The encouragement, it gets less and less, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
So
100%.
It's a cycle, you know.
100%.
And what I want to do with this show is help people that are going through those moments in time where they're feeling like, fuck, like, should I quit? Should I keep going? What should I do? And I think the first question that any person should ask themselves is, first, what do I want? You know, what the hell is it that I want? Like, so for you, what is it that you want now with your career? Like, where do you see yourself that would make you fulfilled, happy with your career and with your life? What is it that you want?
I think, honestly, it's never changed for me. And I think that's why I still go. I've always just wanted to be able to do something I loved and to make a living at it. That's it. I didn't want fame. I don't need like the clout. And this might sound like a little arrogant, but growing up and even to this day, like I get love in the streets for just kind of being me. Like, I'm not like looking for any more than that. Like I already feel like the like, hey, different looking guy. Like it's like I get that already from people. Like I don't need it more. I just need to be able to make a living to where I won't have to work this 9 to 5 bullshit that they put on you. You know, like I want to be able to do something that I know I'm really good at. And I love to do it and just make a living. You know what I mean? Whether it was when I didn't have kids and now when I have kids. Now even more so because I have like the family and I have all the other responsibilities.
Yeah.
That would be great, you know, to just be able to do this, be creative and make enough income just to provide and keep that going. I'm good with that, you know, but you know, it that even is a little difficult. You know? So you got to have other shit. You know, I got a party business. I got the music. I'm doing Amazon Flex. Like I'm a real nigga, man. I'm out there really grinding. You know what I'm saying? I help my homie out with his little side business. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a bunch of other things, like just to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Keep the lights on. It's you know, it ain't easy out there anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a new world, and it's interesting because it feels like technology has made the world smaller and bigger at the same time. It's crazy. And it's interesting you say that because when I interview musicians, it's the same pattern over and over again. You know, it's like that is the dream, the goal, which is to do what I love and to be able to get compensated enough where I don't have to worry about anything other than performing to the best of my abilities. Yeah. So that's what I do for a freaking living. What I do is I connect the creators, the actors, the musicians, the producers, the visionaries, the crazy motherfuckers. They're to my right, and to my left, I have investors, people with money, you know, and I connect them together so that they can create their vision, make their dreams a reality. You know, I'm like a fucking genie.
That's what's up. Nah, that's what's up.
So what I do is I try to find the person to give them the gift, like you're the freaking guy, you know, you're the person. I see something in you. And these people to this side, all they care about is a return on investment.
100%. Yeah.
That's why sometimes,
world, bro. It's crazy.
Sometimes they treat you like a number because, and that's why
they have to.
Because they're number people. Their emotions are a little different than the creatives. The creatives are more empaths. These people are fucking vicious. And I lost my train of thought, but what I notice over and over again is that there's a struggle between the creatives and the investors. You know, they're trying to find the right one, and sometimes they pick the wrong person and they put all the money into someone that ain't shit, you know? Man, I've seen some really horrible artists that are like major labels sign them, and
I try not to be a hater either, but I've seen it and I'm like, oh God, like why couldn't that just be me? Like,
why God?
I'll guarantee you your money back, bro. I promise you. But it is what it is, man. Like, you know, God has a plan for everybody, man. And like, and I'm not a beggar, you know. I like to prove it to the person, like, you know, and you know, there's been a few investors that have come along in my career, and we've done some really cool things, but you know, things work out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep it pushing, and you gotta appreciate what it was at the time, and hope that, like, you know, if you ever get on, like you think you're gonna get on, like you just bless them back again. You know, that's always how I've been, man. You know, I've always been that guy. Like I've always shown love. Anytime I've ever had money, man, like nobody's ever had to like pull out of their pocket around me, you know, if I have it, because a lot of times I don't got it, but when I got it, like I'd love to take care of people, bro. There's
the saying givers gain, you know, which is money's is an energy, it's a frequency, and it flows, you know. So if you hold on to something, you hoard it and you could keep it, it becomes putrid, like water. If water's not flowing, 100%. It gets dirty, you know. So the same thing with money, like people, you have to, in order to grow, you have to invest it. You have to reuse it, right? So what I see a lot of artists do is that they have what I call the goose that lays their golden egg, their main job that they make their money from, and then they use that to funnel their other creative projects, you know. But the goal is that the main money maker should be that art form, and it seems really difficult to do. Not a lot of people have been able to do that, and in this world of, you know, social media, you might think a motherfucker is like doing great, but they're really not. You know, those gold chains are fake. That stack of money is fake. You know, those models that are all over them are paid, and as soon as they hit stop recording, those bitches are like, get the fuck away from me, you dirty motherfucker.
When we was on the phone, I was telling you, like, I was gonna come in my Amazon best just to show these niggas how real
like,
it is.
I'm real. I'm raw.
Like, it's not like,
You know?
Yeah, I got chains but this was all acquired over the years of the time. Like, this, I'm not balling like that, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, I ain't bought a new pair of shoes in I don't know how long.
Like, I got to get my 4 kids shoes before I get my own.
It goes to all of them, man. And that makes me happy, but there is sometimes where I'm like, damn, Daddy ain't bought nothing in a minute for himself, you know? But
yeah.
I mean, listen, man, like, as long as I'm alive and breathing and my kids are well and everybody around me is doing great, I know that there's always hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always like a place that I can get to if I just keep going. All good. All good. All good. All good, man. So while we take a break, I'll make sure you guys get that maca. That maca shit. However you want to pronounce it, it's got 4 grams of magic in this motherfucker. You want to feel good. You want to take that anxiety away. You want to take that little stress, a little edge off. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that maca. Oh, I got a story and a half with these motherfuckers.
Perfect. Technical difficulties taken care of. Yeah, so that's one thing that I want to talk about is the raw truth behind the creative process and the reality of what it takes to succeed. And what I see that everyone that really wants to make it needs to have is passion for their art form, passion for what they do. And the word passion, the root word, it's a Latin word. It's kind of hard to pronounce, passionate. But the literal translation of the word passion is to suffer or to endure, like the suffering of Christ, the passion of Christ. Right. So if you love something, you are willing to suffer for it. Like you love your kids, you'll go to work, rain, shine, it doesn't matter. If you love what you're doing as far as your art form, it doesn't matter, Right. Like you will do whatever it takes. And the job as a person is to figure shit out, and there is not one way to make it. And what quote unquote making it is different to everybody. So all you can really do is learn from other people's experiences. But at the end of the day, you have to make your own decisions as far as what's going to be good for you. And that's the hard part, figuring that shit out,
Yeah, straight up, man. It has been. It's been a journey. I don't even know how I got to this point, to be honest. Like you think sometimes you got it all figured out. Like you're living the dream. Like you got like,
yeah, you've had some interesting places you've been and things you've done.
Yeah, you got a lot of yes men kind of around you, and like you shouldn't, but then they're there, and you're like, all right, cool. And then I don't know, man. Next thing you know, you're like, you're just not in that place anymore. It's strange. It's really strange, bro. And then you see others who you knew back in the day who are like it's not so much they're doing better, but they're still more involved. They've escalated with their like careers. And you see them acting hella different. And then I look back and like, damn, maybe God just sent me like a crazy blessing in disguise. Like that I don't got to be like these motherfuckers, Yeah. I didn't have to sell my soul. I didn't have to suck no dick. I had to do nothing, bro. Yeah. I experienced in life without having to bend like that, And I know some crazy stories of people who've had to do shit like that. Like Cat Williams and all this shit that's coming out right now is not new. Yeah. Like I was telling you, I've been in the game since 17 years old, man.
It's the year of truth, brother.
And like that was back in 2002, you know what I'm saying? 2003, dog. Like I've been to these parties, I've been around these people. I've been around the B2Ks and their manager Chris Stoke trying to like, hint things to me. And like I'm just like, nah, bro, I was raised different, you know what I mean? Like luckily I was raised the way I was raised, like I was telling you, man. Like and I knew how to maneuver through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and Bear protected me through that. He always would tell me like, nah, man, you don't want to. They say he done this, they do that on the other side like that. And I'm like, all right, good looking out, Yeah. But I was always there when I experienced Black Hollywood like no other back then, man. Like I was with everybody, dog. I'm talking Bill Bellamy, like everybody. I was at Clive Davis parties and Jamie Foxx and, and like, yeah, like that, bro. Like it was I had a lot of experiences as a young kid in the game. which I think like that's why I feel kind of like fulfilled a little bit, honestly. Like that I've been there, done that, these things. I see these guys like barely getting in the way they act, and it's, hey, what, to each his own, but I promise, man, like I got to experience like the real times, the real, like, when it was real, you know what I'm saying? Like now I think it's a really fake. I think it's a lot of fake going on.
I agree with that.
And you don't know who to trust, and it's just weird, bro. And so I stayed on my little, people always be like, why are you always like, why don't you just go do this and this guy? I'm like, I don't know. My energy don't push me that way.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable right here. I'm getting money right here. I'm my name is solid. But go back to the Joffrey thing on why I changed to Alan Paris. We never got to that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So quick, I'll try to be quick with it, but I changed my name from Joffrey to Alan Paris is because I felt like I was being blackballed a little bit. I was getting mad fucking meetings. After my Warner Brother deal, I was getting mad, meetings with all these labels. I'm talking every label almost you could think of that I was getting meetings, and it would be great. Oh, we love this kid, this and this and this. And then nothing would turn over. And it would just make me think like, what's going on? And I started to like put two and two together. Maybe who I'm meeting with, who doesn't really know about me, but they're excited about me, goes back and tells other people within the label like, hey, I just met with this kid Joffrey, he's amazing. And maybe one or two out of the 5 people he told knows me or knows of me, and is like, oh, we know that kid, like he used to be signed with Warner Brothers. And then there's like another story that maybe they heard that's like not true, but it's like oh, XYZ, he might be like this and this and and I just took that in consideration on why things weren't turning over, because nobody wants to risk their reputation or their level of, I'm like, yo, I got to take a step back, like, and get away from all these people that I was around. So I took like a 3-year hiatus. And I just stayed doing hooks. Yeah, man. I'm like, I'm going to come back with a vengeance. I got myself in crazy shape. I was like the black Zac Efron, man. Like, you go do my page, man, the Joffrey page. There's I left a few little posts there.
There you go.
Little baby 6-pack, you know what I'm saying? But I just needed to get in tune with myself. I had to be super selfish and figure out, did I really want to continue?
Yeah.
And what I was going to do if I did continue. And I put out this album with my boy T.Y., man. That shit was crazy. I took it off of iTunes though, man, because I want to re-release it. I want to like do it right, and it was called The Night Of. And man, I'm talking, we have some hits, and it was like a beautiful time, because even friends, I strayed away from friends, and everybody started coming back. Yeah. And I got to pick who I wanted to be back in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it felt pretty good, man. And it was just like, but I changed to Alan Paris. I said, yo, Joffrey got to a point, and like he got to where he could.
You're like, that's as far as Joffrey
could get to.
Yeah.
Like,
he got you far though, bro.
It got me pretty fucking far.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's interesting. So you think you got blackballed in the industry, and that's the thing about your reputation, it's so critical and so important. And motherfucking haters, bro, they will first try to destroy your life, and if they can't destroy your life, they'll destroy your reputation. Man. And people don't understand that if someone puts poison into your name, and that carries around, it destroys your opportunities. Yeah. And what it does, it doesn't stop you. It just makes shit fucking hard. 100%. It makes it hard. So now you have to fund yourself, because those guys over here with the money that I was talking about, these ruthless motherfuckers, they hear like any type of bad thing, they're like, nah, I'm not going to give them money, because then it's not going to be successful.
That's how it is.
And it's a cutthroat world. So I get that frustration that you get when you're like, what's going on? Yep. Because they see the potential, but they're not investing. Yep. And you have to regroup, reiterate your plan, and try a new attack. And that's exactly what you're doing. So that's a beautiful decision you did to changing the name.
It was very hard too, a very hard decision.
You had to kill your old character, I had to or shelf him, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, because I still have like my Joffrey, but I made that page like a ruthless type of page. Like now it's Job for the truth.
Oh yeah.
And like, so
that's your trolling page, bro.
I just fucking like go in. Like I expose what I believe is true and my feelings on all kinds of shit.
You're big into conspiracy theories and all kinds of shit. What do you want to talk about? I want to talk about flat Earth. You almost got in a fight today about it.
Man, this guy, bro, this fucking guy. Like, there's like a meme going on right now. Kevin Hart. Yeah, he's at the All-Star game, I think, and he tells Kyrie Irving like, the Earth's not flat or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like a clip real quick. And so like there's like a bunch of people like, yeah. And I made a comment and I said, they always joke around what they know is true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll try to make a joke out of it. Yeah. But they know it's the truth, right? And like, and then I get all these people. I got this one guy, he's like a fucking kid. He's like three fucking posts on his page and he's like some fucking probably like a gamer, bro, like and getting no pussy or whatever. But anyways, he's like trying to school me on like just like physics and this and I'm like, dog, like I don't have time. I don't have time for this. Like, if you want to know if you're feeling a way about this, right, like if your truth is feeling like it's being shaken or infiltrated or whatever, like then why don't you spend the time and to like figure out if what you believe is really true or not? How come you can't have that type of open mind? I'm not coming to you, bro, and telling you it's flat. No, motherfucker, it's flat, and calling you all kind of names and all kind of bullshit. I'm just like, since the guy coming at me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I give him a few little tips and I'm like, yo, think about this, think about that. Like, you know, like, and it's all critical thinking, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot, bro. And like this guy just like, you're an idiot, you don't know how to read, and just dumb shit. You know what I mean? Just make me want to punch this fucking guy. You know, like I tried to tell him, I'm like, bro, you don't even fucking know me.
That's funny.
Like, how are you that comfortable talking to me like this, bro?
Hey man, people have a lot of balls on social
crazy.
media.
Yeah, and I called him out like, you're an internet troll, dog. Like you're a kid.
I told you, bro, trolls have one job and one job only, and that's to upset you. And if they do that, they win.
Yeah.
Fuck those motherfuckers. But you know,
I almost let him win. I just gave him like his shit.
You know, so the show Silo Talk podcast that we're on right now, typically we have our guest microdose on the Maca Bars so they can experience, you know, an elevated state of being and feel the medicinal effects of psilocybin. But halfway through the show, we go through the segment called Down the Rabbit Hole, where we give the guests an opportunity to take a full dosage. And then we talk about some crazy shit. You know, we can talk about flat earth and God and all that. But unfortunately, you are currently sober. You know, actually, fortunate. That's a good thing. But you were telling me you have some crazy experiences.
A little sippy of some vodka.
A little sippy.
It was just the edge off.
But you were telling me that you used to have some crazy journeys on mushrooms and all kinds of stuff. So tell us a little bit about these crazy stories.
My first experience. Oh man, this is like I don't know how much time we got, bro. But dude, this is like hilarious, man. My first story, are we recording? Are we good? Yeah, we're good. All right. So my first experience with shrooms was grad night, man. And you know, everybody grad night, they get together, man. They go to Disneyland and shit, you know. So the homies had some shrooms, you know. They put on a little pizza. I ate them.
Would you guys go Six Flags for grad night?
No, Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
And man, these shrooms was kicking in like too soon, too fast, right? And I'm like, I'm feeling it. I'm like getting the heart palpitations and I'm just like getting like, it's like I can't be in this enclosed like bus. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking. All it sounds is like,
oh my God.
You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, fuck, can we leave? You know? And it got so bad I had to make up a story like I got pages like pagers back then, bro. And I got a page from my mom, like 911. I got a page from I just ran off the bus because it was still in the parking lot. And like, they're like, where's Jeff going? Where's Jeff going? You know, and I'm like, I got a 911, my mom. And I just like went into the school just to like walk, just to get fresh air, just to be by myself, to gather my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, It was strange, man. It was my first time feeling like that. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Like, I felt like I was going crazy almost. And, so I gathered myself. I was able to, you know, be okay. Like just being outdoors was fine.
Yeah.
I promise you, as soon as I got back on the bus, it just started all over again. It was like the weirdest thing. And I'm like, oh God, please.
Like, let's fake him out thinking he's being fine.
I'm praying. I'm like, please, can we just leave? Just let me get some movement. Like, and you know, the buses back then, the windows only went down about that much.
They didn't want you jumping from them.
I was like, I'm like fucking trying to get air, man. And my boy's like sitting here like tripping on me. He's like, man, you fucking tripping, man. You know, he couldn't take it no more. So he went to the back of the bus to go hang out where they was smoking and shit. And so I had like a few girls like they was like comforting me. They were like, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. And I'm like, yeah, I was trying to play it off so I didn't look like that, like bitch ass nigga, man. You know, like this guy's fucking tripping right now. Like it has to be Jeff. And so finally we take off, dude. We're driving. I'm still like tripping, bro. I even told my boy, like, look, I tell this motherfucker get off right here at Fairfax, man. Like I'm not, because we couldn't take the 57. I remember, and that made me even more like, what? We have to go like a different route. You know what I mean? Like fuck, you gotta take the 57 to Disneyland. And like he had to go a different route. So I'm like, just tell him to fucking drop me off right here at this McDonald's on Fairfax.
You were like straight panicking, bro.
I was like done, you know. And he was telling me like, this is my little homie too. He's like, man, fuck that. He's like, he helped me. Like if it wasn't for him,
yeah,
I would have been off that fucking bus.
You would have jumped through that little crack.
He was just like, no, motherfucker, you ain't fucking.
How much did you take?
I don't fucking know, bro. It was my first time taking them, so I just ate them. You know what I'm saying? So. And we were smoking weed too, bro. So all that shit elevated.
You're all crossfaded.
Oh, dude. And anyway, so we do that, and I get into a place where like I didn't get off the bus, like I didn't want to be a little bitch, so I just like stuck my head like towards the window and just kept looking at the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my peace.
Yeah.
To just look at the sky. Like I didn't like care about what anybody else was doing on that bus. Like I had to find some type of peace.
Yeah.
And I found it, and we got to Disneyland, and when we got there, it was like weird, like seeing everybody in all their other buses and different schools and different people, and they're like yelling out window. Like that like got me into such a good mood. Like it changed. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like like I'm around people, like I'm there.
Yeah.
We're finally here. Like it felt like I finally don't have to like worry about like getting there. It was like a weird tension, you know?
Yeah.
And so I had the best time of my life once we got in there, man. It was great. It was great.
You know, they call certain things a good trip and a bad trip, right? Yeah. And it's interesting how some people have those good and those bads. I'll tell you my first experience with any type of psychedelic substance. So for people that don't know, psilocybin is the compound within magic mushrooms that has the psychedelic effects, but there's different dosages. And if you take a medicinal dosage, which we call microdosing, it is clinically being proven now that it helps to rewire your brain chemistry and help you with depression, anxiety, and it's actually a really good creative outlet. So a lot of creative people use it, you know, when they're writing, when they're doing art, when they're even athletes use it to focus and they feel elevated on a microdose. But for you did not do no microdose. It was a full dosage, then, you know?
It was either half an eighth or an eighth.
Exactly.
What you gonna do?
So if you take a full dosage of a psychedelic compound, you're going to hallucinate and see different things. Now, everybody that, you know, just a disclaimer, I don't advocate drug use in any substance in any form, but I do believe in taking plant medicines that will allow you to elevate your frequency to tap closer to what I call the God source.
100%,
because we're all energy, and whatever substance you put into your body is going to put you in a different frequency. To me, alcohol lowers me down sometimes, and sometimes I need it because I'm too fucking up here, you know. People think I'm insane, so I gotta like come down to earth a little bit. And then there's other compounds that put me so close to this source that it just is like all this creative juice is just flowing through me, right? But I'll tell you, the first time I had any type of I was raised Mormon, you know, so Mormons don't even drink coffee, they don't even drink Coke because they believe that their body's a temple.
That's what's up.
And
I don't drink none of those things.
So I didn't have anything until I was like 20. I must have been like 22 or 23, and a friend offered me an edible cupcake. Ooh. And I was like, oh, just a cupcake, and I ate half of it, right? And it was a girl that I was dating at the time, and I was going through a breakup with her. And right when it was like everything was going to shit, like she was screaming at me, boom, that shit hit me, bro.
Ah, man.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I felt like that panic that you were feeling in that
man.
bus. I felt that like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, I need to go. And she got out of the car and I took off. The freaking road, bro, was getting long. Like the road started to get long.
I've seen all that type of
And
shit.
I started to go back and forth between two emotions. The first emotion I was getting was like complete panic, disaster, I'm gonna fucking die, like panic attack, like extreme. Then the other emotion I was getting is like complete calm. I know the answers to the universe. And it was weird because at first it would last like 5 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute, a second, and then it became so fucking fast that my heart rate went to like I felt like I was gonna explode.
Man.
And I passed out. But when I passed out, I was still aware that I was awake or whatever I was, and I felt like my heart was beating so fast that it turned into waves. Into vibrations. And then I went into the fucking universe, bro. I was like I was God and I was a devil. I was my cat and my cactus. I came out of this weird trance, like I'm passed out, and I was in this haze for about a week, and I felt like I knew the answers to everything. And I feel I felt like we were all connected. And I felt like everything happens for a reason. This happened for me. And I've never been able to replicate that experience.
Man.
But I get close to it with certain things that happen. And sometimes it's not even a substance. Sometimes I get that emotion and that feeling when I'm elated by something that I'm into. So it's very interesting how a lot of people that take these, psychedelic compounds have similar experiences. We're like, we're all one.
Dude, I'll tell you, my second experience on them was I was in college, and I was like, I had these 5 roommates that were all from other places, and the one that was from San Pedro had got a hold of a pound of shrooms, or he was selling them, right?
Yeah.
And so he gave each of the roommates an eighth. And I had already like did my like thing like in high school, and I'm thinking, all right, I went through that, but I did have a good time. So let me like try this again here, and in college I never had a bad experience. All I had was like amazing experiences in doing shrooms. I'm talking like I went up north to college, San Luis Obispo, so like the weather was just great, like the scenery was just great, and just as a young kid too, like everything just felt great. Like I remember taking them, like you said, and feeling like that connection, feeling like that, like I would just be in the streets and I would just laugh for no reason, and it was only because I knew the laugh came from like a knowing, like a comfort of knowing something, like, and you just laughed about it, like, wow, like a realization happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew why everything. You just knew why this button was the button. Like you just knew why. You just knew why things were that, and you were like, whoa, like this is amazing. Like you felt strong. So after having those great experiences, I tried to go back to the hood. Like on college break. I go back to the hood on the block where I used to kick it at, and I'm telling all the homies like, bro, y'all need to do shrooms. Y'all need to do shrooms. And they're like, what? And they're like, at this time, the niggas is thinking that's just white boy shit. They're like, what are you on, bro? Like, why you're so weird, Jeffrey. And I'm like, oh man, trust me. Like this shit is bomb. Like it's gonna like elevate. It's gonna just like, it's the best thing. They didn't want to partake. I ended up finding some. And man, that shit is it's so real that you have to have the right type of energy environment around you when you're doing stuff like that. And excuse me, I ended up taking some and having the worst trip of my life, bro.
Where were you?
I was on a dark ass street in the hood.
That's not a good idea.
These niggas was all laughing at me. Because I'm like, only one taking them, and they're looking at me like, you're a weirdo already.
So your body like, fed off of that energy. And
I just like, I'm just feeling all them. I'm just like, I'm tripping out, bro. And I'm like, no, you guys. And now they're like, and now because it made it even worse because they were like not partaking. You know what I'm saying? And because of certain reasons. And so for me to have like the bad trip in front of them confirmed why they didn't want to take him in the first place. So now they're like, you know, like, see, you stupid motherfucker, like, you know. And I'm like, no, man. So I called my cousin, like, cousin, pick me up, man. I gotta go to the hospital.
It was that bad.
It was bad, bro. I went into their house. I felt like I had to take a shit like crazy. I was just like farting in their bathroom, like, and like I could hear them laughing at me on the out. I'm just like, his mom was home, everybody. I'm just like, this is bad. The only thing that made me feel normal was like looking straight at the ground.
That's funny because you were saying when you were in the bus, you were looking at the sky. So focusing on one thing.
Focusing on something, man. And then whenever I would look up, it would just be like, I was like, oh.
You know, that's an actual clinical,
Crazy,
a clinical thing that therapists do, psychotherapists do with people that are suffering with anxiety and panic disorder. So when they go into these states of extreme anxiety or extreme panic, they tell them focus on one thing and name it. So that will take away your anxiety completely. Yeah. So right now, if I'm having a panic attack, it's my body's response to extreme anxiety and stress. And your body reacts by, you know, fight or flight, freeze or fawn. Yeah. So these are the natural responses to the body's, you know, to those anxiety. So when you start saying like a mushroom bar, mouse, blue cup,
you start normalizing
things. It'll take you out immediately. So it's a little advice for people out there.
I had to do that shit with weed. That's why I don't smoke weed no more. I don't know what the fuck they put in the weed these days, but like
it's not the same anymore,
this
man.
Is what I had. That's why I don't smoke weed anymore. Like I've been smoking weed since 10 years old.
Bro, they did to weed what we did to puppies. There's like we created motherfucking all kinds of strains,
all kind of different fucking.
Like what is this? This is a miniature teacup weed plant.
Exactly. Yeah. Straight up, man.
But it's 3,000 times more potent. Like, what the fuck is this?
And you know when the first time this happened to me, it was I did a hook for Kid Frost.
Yeah.
He paid me like $500, and then he gave me like a quarter ounce of his personal like weed, his strand.
Yeah.
Some water. And he's like, hey, this is my new shit I'm growing. Like, here you go. Like, you know, thank you. And I was a major pothead. Like, I was like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I was just grateful to work with him.
Yeah.
So for him to throw me some cash and some weed was like a blessing. Like, thank you. So I don't know what the fuck was in that weed, bro. Kid Frost, you fucked my life. you fucked it, bro. That was the first time
because
ever.
Of Kid Frost, potent
he called
strain.
That shit OG Frost or some shit.
Oh my god!
And like,
it retired you,
bro. It didn't retire me. It just that was the first time ever marijuana made me feel the way it made me feel, which was very uneasy, very like weird, like very like that heart shit, that like nervous, the anxiety, all of it.
Oh, okay.
It just made me feel really weird. I couldn't control it. It was like, what the fuck was this? And I'm talking. Listen, I'm a smoke dog back then, like smoke dog. I'm talking blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt.
Yeah,
wake and bake, like all that, having fun with weed, fun times only.
Yeah, that's crazy. What do you think it was?
Fun times only until that fucking night. And then I'm thinking, man, maybe that was just a bad night.
Yeah.
Try to smoke it again. Same fucking weird feelings. I'm like, gave it to the homie. Like, I don't like this weed. I just gave it away. He smoked it and he's like, yo, that shit made me feel weird too. And I'm like, all right, I don't fucking know, bro. I never asked him.
Yeah.
I don't know if the shit was laced.
Do you still get that feeling with weed?
Listen, I think it did something to me to where there's only been like a handful of times after that where I've felt like comfortable smoking weed.
Damn,
after
bro.
That, it was
traumatized
like, any weed would make me feel like that. Yeah, it was fucked up.
It traumatized you. Yeah.
It fucked me up. Yeah, fucked me up.
I have a friend who had never smoked weed or never did any type of drug other than drinking some alcohol, and he had graduated and he got his doctorate, so he was in school like studying hard. He's like, I want to celebrate, let's go to the beach and let's smoke some weed. And I was like, you never smoked anything in your life, what are you talking about? He bought like fucking $300 worth of shit at the dispensary without even knowing anything. He got like edibles and this and that, and you're like all this kind of shit. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
Oh yeah,
and he's like, oh, let's eat this edible. It was like a Rice Krispie treat before we go to the beach. And I was like, all right, fuck it.
I can't do edibles, bro.
Bro, I ate like half of it, and he ate the other half, and it was like 100 milligrams. 50 milligrams is not that much if you're used to doing it.
You're used to, yeah.
But if you've never done it in your life, even 10 milligrams will get you. You're done. Bro. He
I'm done.
He was seeing like demons and shit.
Yeah.
He said he had never felt so much shame in his life and
Yeah,
regret.
all that. Yeah, it'll
And
do
from
that
that day
too.
forward, he never touched.
Yeah, that'll
he never
do it.
touched
That'll
again.
do it.
I was like, he's super traumatized. I was
That'll
like,
fucking do it, man. So I see. I didn't give up on it right away. I'm only sober off weed almost 2 years.
yeah,
I didn't give up on it because it was always me. It was always a part of me.
yeah,
So I just always would I just started moderating it. Like I just would pack a little bowl, bro, and just like take 1 or 2 hits off of it.
yeah,
And that'll do the trick. Like I didn't need to roll the joints no more. I didn't need to do bongs. I didn't need to roll the blunts. Like I was cool. But I would still get that little feeling here and there, but it wouldn't be so strong, you know?
yeah.
And I did that for a while just to keep it in my life. But I was like, you know what? This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not having fun on weed anymore, which is really sad.
What's the point? You know,
Yeah,
if
it's
you're not
so
having
sad.
fun anymore.
I remember, and I don't know if these kids are having fun. I can't imagine them smoking the same shit I smoked that made me feel the way I feel, and they're just like blunt after blunt. Like I don't know if they even know what fun is on weed. Like we had fun on weed, bro. We laughed like there was no other, like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah,
We laughed. It was just great, and it didn't take you to like a different mental place.
Yeah.
You were still here. It was still
Yeah.
just you and I. It was just like you were just so much more relaxed. You were just so
Yeah.
much more like happy. Like you
Yeah.
know, you got hungry as fuck.
yeah.
I mean, I don't even see motherfuckers munching anymore. Like, does the munchies
They're
even
like-
exist anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like
The new strains took away the
it's
munchies,
bad, bro. It's bad. That's why they legalized this shit. They knew they wouldn't fuck everybody up, bro. I opted out now.
That's
I'm done.
funny, man.
I'm done.
So what's the future for Alan Paris now? What are you focusing on? What is your main goal? And
I'm gonna get an OnlyFans. Fuck it.
let's do it, bro. Not me and you, I'm gonna get my own, but
Like it seems that's where everything is going, man. Them motherfuckers making a gang of money on this shit. Fuck. No,
to be honest, I mean, it's there's a handful of girls that are making a lot of money, but most people
Yeah, no, I
on that
feel you.
platform make nothing.
I feel you.
You know, because it's
I don't really know much about the platform. I just know from the women that be like, click my link. Give me my link. It's
Yeah.
like it's insane, bro. Right now, like
yeah.
It's
I mean,
almost
it is. It feels like it's their last hope.
yeah. And you see so many beautiful women these days, and yeah, a lot of it's fake. But you're like, damn, bitch, like you are fire. And then you post a link to I don't know what is on that link, but I'm sure it's nothing that your mom would like you to see. And then after the link, you post your child. Like, damn it. What is going through
Don't
these
talk about
women's
Jaden.
head, bro?
Don't talk about Jaden like that, bro.
Nah, it just trips me out, bro. Like this never used to be like this, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so glad I grew up in the era I grew up in because there was still real, and you can appreciate like a real ass. If a girl had a real ass, you could be like, damn, you see Marissa, bro? Oh shit. Like and everybody wanted Marissa if you like
Yeah.
ass like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because ass even back then like was still like a rarity. Niggas didn't really know if they could handle it or not. Like they're like, I'll just take this.
too much for
I'll
me.
take Stephanie's like a little like more my speed, you know, like you know what I'm saying? Like now ass is everywhere, bro, and you don't know, and it puts shame on the girls who are natural these days, like
Yeah.
who got the natural ass, and then now they get questioned like, oh, who doctor did you go to? Is that real? And it's like I feel bad for them. It's like, nah, man, I work for this. It's real shit. It sucks, bro. It's that's why I'm glad I got what I got already. I'm good. Like it's just too much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
man.
too much, bro.
It's a world of masks and fake bodies and fake personalities and fake
crazy.
everything.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to sift through it to find
Imagine
some real
having to
shit.
maneuver through all that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Being a
it's
real
so,
nigga. Imagine.
it's so difficult for people to have true meaningful relationships. One, because everybody's fake as shit, and two, because nobody is willing to go through anything with someone. As soon as there's any type of disagreement or hardship or any type of struggle, it's like, fuck it, there's 3 million other people I could talk to on social media, and they're all lying to you too. They're talking to other 20 million other people.
Man.
You know, so I'm like towards the end of that shit, you know, where I'm like, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that either.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, bro. My ex-wife was one of those girls, you know, so I understand the
saying,
fake
man.
world that they live
It's
in.
out there. Happens, bro.
Yeah.
I just made a post the other day and was like, because I don't really on my Joffrey page or Alan Paris page. I don't really post a lot, bro. And I know I should be like, they want that consistency, the algorithm and all that bullshit. I just don't have like the energy to like be that guy like that. Like, hey, hi, here's me again. I think it didn't do this for me, and go look at this. And it's just kind of like, I don't know why I'm like that. I'm just like, I don't want to bug people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird feeling, but I say that to say this, like, I've gotten more accustomed and comfortable into posting stuff that'll make a person critically think. And like, if you didn't know, hey, here it is. Now it's up to you. You believe it or not. You want to go further into what I'm posting or not. You want to
go down that rabbit hole.
You want to go down and hit it. But I'm telling you right now, like, I'm batting 1,000. These motherfuckers know.
I've always been right.
Since they've been following me, bro. They know, like, they was calling me crazy in the beginning. They was calling me crazy. They was trying to pull my black card and everything. And then now I got those same people.
Truth.
I got those same people. They're hitting me up. They're sending me stuff now.
Yeah,
they want advice now. They're like, oh shit, like, hit up Ja. He been talking about this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, like I was one of the ones locally. I didn't have a big following. I don't have a big following, but I was one of the ones locally to step out and like start posting about other shit other than myself and music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I started posting about politics, my views on it. I started posting about like other truths out there. I didn't really go into flat Earth like I
bro. Maybe this is why they blackballed you, bro.
No, 100%. I'm always shadow banned. Like,
this is why they blackballed you, because like he's talking about
bro. And like, but like, I'm batting 1,000, bro. Everything I post, man, like, it ends up like with all of it, COVID, vaccine, all of it. Like, I give the game. I give my knowledge, and if somebody wants to like take it, fine. If not, fine. I'm just giving you like what I hope that can like spark the interest in somebody to at least like think about what they're gonna do or how they do it or whatnot, what's going on in the world. Because like, I got kids, and that's the only reason why I do that is because I want to try to help change the future for my children and other people's children that I know. And I know there's people out there still just blind as fuck. And it's like, those people, they're not to blame, but they kind of are to blame. And it's sad to say that in a double entendre type way. Like, it's like they don't know any better, but like, how would they if nobody's knocking on like their door? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I know you just seen that shit on fucking bullshit ass CNN, but like, here's another view of it.
Yeah. I mean, today's age, it's
crazy, right?
Back in the day, if we were, even 10, 15, 20 years ago, what came out on the news, everybody took at face value as the truth.
Right.
Now, major news platforms put out some information. People will always have some reservations to believe that it's the full truth. They know there's another story to it, and they know that there's 20 million other platforms on the internet that they can give you either the full information or a different viewpoint. So the thing about truth is that the truth is truth, no matter whatever angle you're looking at it, it's the right thing. It's the truth. But there are two sides to a
there's
story.
Always going to be that. There's going to be their side, your side, and then the truth.
Yeah.
And then there's somewhere in the middle that you have to get to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's somebody that's on that side that they have their reasonings on why their truth is the truth.
Yeah.
And then this side has their reasonings why there's, and then there's the actual truth that rarely gets attention, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I try to weed out that shit and get to it right away, and then have them like, if you want to believe it or not, that's fine. But like, I did the work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm a weirdo like that. I love it. And like, here you go. Like, this is, I've never steered you guys in the wrong. I don't have no reason to lie to you like these other people.
Yeah.
This is how I feel about this. This is like what I researched and found out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, here you go. Take it at, how you want to take it.
Yeah.
But I'm batting 1,000, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm gonna keep an eye out on your Instagram. On you have two pages, right?
Yeah,
Where can we find you? Let us know.
I got Joffrey the Truth. That's JAHFREETHA Truth. Joffrey the Truth. And then I got Alan Paris. It's King Alan Paris. King, and then Alan ALLEN, and then Paris like the city. King Alan Paris. Yeah, that's what I only really post my music shit on King Alan Paris. That's like how I'm running with. That's my artist. I've been like Alan Paris for like 8 years now. You know what I mean? Like I said, Joffrey. I'm still Joffrey. I still bang on there, but I do a lot more. Like I put the truth on it because you know, if you wanna know about some shit and you're feeling weary, that Ja probably is posting already about it.
Probably 2 years, 3 years
yeah,
before.
I'm already like, all right, hey guy, here you go, buddy.
Guys,
here's the remedy for that. I got all like, you know, everything, bro.
Yeah. Guys, make sure to follow both of his Instagram pages. Check out all of his music. You're on pretty much all the music platforms, right?
All of it, yeah.
He's on all
Alan
of it.
Paris, yeah.
Alan
Joffrey,
Paris.
you could find Joffrey. You could Google Joffrey and you could YouTube. You'll find a bunch of shit under there, but nothing really recent. But Alan Paris is where, like, you know, you'll find like the Spotify page. You know, I got the YouTube page. You know, I got all that good shit, man.
Awesome, man. Well, I want to thank you again, you know, for taking the time out of your day, your super busy day with your 4 kids and 4 streams of income.
Hey, man, come on, man. Damn, man. Shit, man. I'm saying.
And coming down to share your story, your insight, your wisdom. And guys, make sure you subscribe to the Silo Talk Podcast YouTube channel and the new Instagram page. Make sure to check out Maca Bars. Want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Maca, and to the Coin Academy here in Pasadena, California. We got some amazing things to come, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Treat you like the morning. Cherish every breath I could. When the sun heats up your body, I know you wish I would.